All right, so get this. We are going deep on a fascinating story um, about a woman named Lin Shemu from China. And she's making headlines because of her age,
Right.
which is purportedly 122 years old,
Wow.
which would make her, if true, the oldest person to have ever lived.
That's older than Jeanne Calment, right?
Even older, yeah, than the official record holder, Jeanne Calment. So today we're going to dive into her story and see what, if anything, it can teach us about longevity.
Yeah, this should be fascinating. I'm really curious to hear more about this.
Okay, well, she was, reportedly, born June 18th, 1902.
In 1902?
1902.
Wow.
Which, think about that, like that is during the Qing dynasty.
Yeah.
You know, Theodore Roosevelt was president.
It's hard to even imagine.
It's a completely different world.
Yeah, a completely different world. The world was a very different place.
Yeah.
Just to think about all the changes that have happened since then.
I know. And she was from Fujian province in China, raised a family of 7 kids.
7 kids.
Can you imagine? Her youngest son is 77 years old.
That's amazing. You know, it really does make you think about how much lifespans have changed over the last century.
Right.
Even though 122 years is still extraordinary. But the average lifespan has increased so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's really wild is besides losing her eyesight later in life and injuring her legs in a fall, she apparently had no major illnesses.
Wow.
Like she maintained her sharp hearing, had a good appetite right up to the end.
I mean, that's incredible. It really makes you wonder.
Part of me is a little skeptical.
Right. But it does kind of make you question, like, what do we really know about the limits of human lifespan? You know, obviously her case is probably an outlier, but it really shows how complex this whole thing is.
Right.
Genetics, lifestyle, environment, it all seems to play a part.
Yeah. You know, there's some really interesting research about certain areas of China, like parts of Fujian province, where, you know, they have a higher concentration of people who live to be over 100.
Right. I've heard about that.
Like centenarians.
Yeah.
And they, you know, researchers have looked at their diet, which is often rich in fruits and vegetables. And, you know, they have regular physical activity because it's just part of their daily lives.
Right. It's not like they're going to the gym. It's just integrated into what they do.
Yeah. And they often live in close-knit communities, so they have all these social connections.
Yeah. Which we know is so important for well-being and longevity.
Right. So maybe Lin's lifestyle, even if it seems simple, you know, played a bigger role than we might think.
Potentially.
She is reported to have said, being able to eat, drink, and sleep, they are a blessing.
Well, she's not wrong.
Yeah. But, I mean...
It does sound a little oversimplified.
Yeah, surely there's more to it than just those basic needs.
Yeah. I mean, research shows that there's a lot more going on.
Right?
A positive attitude, strong social connections, even a sense of purpose. Like, if you're feeling optimistic, if you're engaged with life, you're more likely to take care of yourself, to stay active,
Right.
and to keep up those social ties that are so important for our well-being. So it's really interesting to think about, like, how much did Lin's outlook on life contribute to her long life?
It really does make you wonder.
Yeah.
So, you know, I know Lin's family never actually sought out official verification from Guinness World Records.
Okay.
What does it actually take to get into, like, the record books?
Well, it's actually a pretty thorough process.
Okay.
I mean, obviously you need a birth certificate,
Right.
but also supporting documents like witness testimonies, school records, you know, census data even,
Wow.
like anything they can find to really back up the person's age.
To really make sure it's legitimate.
Exactly.
Yeah. So where does that leave Lin then?
Yeah.
Officially, the current oldest living person is a Brazilian nun
Oh, wow.
named Ine Canabaro Lucas, who is 116.
Okay.
And it's worth mentioning Japan's Tomiko Ituka and John Alfred Tenniswood both held that title recently, the oldest living person, and they both recently passed away.
Oh, wow.
It's so rare to reach such an advanced age.
It really is.
It's amazing. And going back to Jeanne Calment, who, like we said, is the officially recognized oldest person to has ever lived, the difference between her lifespan and Lin's reported age is only 33 days.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's so close. So what does this all mean? You know, Lin's story, whether officially verified or not, I think it gives us this really incredible glimpse into the potential of the human lifespan.
It really does.
It challenges all of our assumptions about aging, and it makes you think, what if we all have this capacity to live way longer than we expect.
It's a fascinating question. And it also makes me wonder, like, what factors, might be preventing us from reaching our full potential when it comes to longevity?
Yeah, what can we learn from individuals like Lin Shemu about living longer, healthier lives? It's definitely something to think about
It is.
as we navigate our own journeys.
Absolutely.